Drops fans, we've got a really special coffee from JBC coming at you. It's Wilton Benitez Yellow Bourbon. Let's get into it. What's up, fellow Drops fans, fellow fans, and coffee lovers everywhere? My name is Haley. I'm your local resident Q grader and your brew guide here at Fellows HQ in San Francisco. This is Pablo. He is the Chief Dog Officer, the VP of Treat R&D here at HQ. Very serious work he does all day. Pablo's my assistant today, and I'm here to talk to you about a wonderful coffee processed by Wilton Benitez. You may have heard of him. Yellow Bourbon, brought to us and you by JBC Coffees in Madison, Wisconsin. Before I get into why it's so cool, let me get into how I am brewing it. So I am using 18 grams in to 300 total grams out. I bloomed at 50 grams and then broke bloom at 45 seconds. Then I poured up to 150. That's pretty familiar. I'm gonna then pour a last pour up to 300, so a couple less pours than we normally would do. But I'm gonna add some agitation at the very end of the brew, which should bump up that extraction and give us just a bit more out of this wonderful coffee. I'm also brewing at 205 degrees Fahrenheit, and I grounded a 6 on Ode Gen 2, but again, all grind setting ranges can be found for our grinders on our brew guide blog post linked in the description of this video. And yeah, we'll offer ranges because, you know, things can change at different elevations, different days off roasts. You just kind of want to pay attention to a range versus a specific setting. I'm going to go ahead now that the water has dropped down just a little bit so I won't spill over the sides and grab this dripper. Give a couple swirls with our dripper to really get everything settled, push that last bit of extraction out, as we said, and all that good stuff. So now that you know how to brew the coffee, let's get into why it's so cool. Also, before I forget, your target brew time is 2:45 to 3 minutes-ish, in that range. That's where JBC was finding it was tasting delicious. Thank you, Wade at JBC, for designing this brew guide. We're stoked to feature it, and yeah, hope you enjoy it, everyone. So this coffee is really interesting because Yellow Bourbon specifically, you may have heard of Pink Bourbon or other varieties. Yellow Bourbon is called this because the cherries, when they ripen, instead of ripening to a typical like pink-red color, they ripen to a nice like beautiful like yellowish color, which is quite unusual. But they're really known for their brightness and their deep florality and just a lot of complexity in the cup. And especially this one is processed, it's a thermal shock anaerobic processed by Wilton Benitez in Colombia, in Piendamo, Cauca, Colombia to be specific. And he's really known for being super controlled and really, really innovative with his processes. I believe he has a background in the sciences as well. And so, you know, you can trust that this coffee was just meticulously planned from start to finish in process, in that thermal shock anaerobic process that it underwent. I'm going to chug this coffee. How rude am I? I have a guest today. Pablo and I are going to chug this coffee. It is truly delicious. One of the most interesting retronasal experiences I've had all year, retronasal meaning after you swallow the coffee, what kind of comes back up through your limbic system and everything like that. The aftertaste and the retronasal experience for me is super, super extremely floral. Just a beautiful coffee that we're excited to share with you. We being me and Pablo. I mean, we being the whole fellow crew, Pablo included. As always, it is easy to order from Fellow Drops. All you have to do is use your thumbs and text 1, 2, 3, 5, however many, and we'll send you coffee. If you don't want coffee this week, don't text us back and we won't charge you or send you any unnecessary coffee. Sorry, Pablo, you can't order coffee, but I'm sure your mom can for you. Thank you so much for joining us this week. I have been and will continue to be Haley, your brew guide and local resident Q grader. Pablo will continue to be, what did we decide, Pablo? You're the VP of R&D of treats here at you're the VP of treats. I think that's it, at Fellow. Thank you so much, Fellow Drops fans, for joining me and Pablo today in this brew guide video, and thank you to JBC for bringing this to us, Wilton Benitez for processing this coffee, for producing and processing this coffee. Very excited. Go forth and brew, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Say bye, Pablo. Bye, Pablo.